And so coming from those places, yeah, bringing the good, right? Bringing the innovation and bringing the, speed to market with the comparatively, lower cost to do that to a customer. In these projects, one of the financial considerations is that if they are looking for an energy project, like I mentioned before, that are theoretically funded by avoided costs and energy reductions and things like that. Well, if you're a huge multinational company, a lot of times your overhead is just going to have to pull from that. And so following to its logical conclusion, then would tell you that less of the benefit then can go to that customer, and they're
Okay.
counting on it so badly.
Right.
Especially in I'm just going to pick one of our customer verticals right now, but K through 12, so underfunded, right? So in need of help on the financial side to get them out of these holes that they're in. And so if you're pulling a lot of that benefit back in the form of overhead or high costs, it's just not a great situation, right?
Okay,
So
so I'm going to pause you right there because
mm,
I know what you guys do. Obviously, you know what you do, but there's a lot of listeners that don't. So exactly, and boil this down to my level, okay? So, the bumbling fool, in without going into a doctoral thesis, exactly what does Centrix do?
we, as a general contractor, as a specialty contractor, we aid public sector clients in upgrading and maintaining and modernizing their facilities. That's
Okay,
the that's the byline, right? And
okay,
those considerations have to do with MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing.
okay, perfect. That helps a lot because now it's going to put some frame of reference. Okay, so let's
Yeah,
skip back around if we can. Let's talk a little bit like what you do with the schools. You were going down that path. Let's go there again.
certainly. So a given school district will have let's say some buildings built when you and I were kids in the 70s, right? And then they'll have some newer ones built in the 90s, and then maybe some in the early 2000s. They find that, and this is published, well researched, and every other. I mean, it's common knowledge now that in the older facilities, the learning outcomes are reduced. Okay, whether it's air quality or whether it's poor, lighting or whatever that is. And so school districts have to contend with that.
Right.
While they are trying to deliver on their core mission, which is educating kids. Okay,
Sure.
they have this huge, think of it as like a drag chute on their
Right.
core mission of educating the kids. And so we come in and we say, well, there are things that about your facilities that are hindering this mission. There are some things that you don't know. So rely on us as a partner to come in and show you how those things can be corrected, how those things can be, brought up to speed, the learning environment improved, the financial situation around those assets improved as well.